Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
Everybody's talking about it online, and I feel like I know a lot of guys that are doing it. And this is where you just eat meat. That's it. All you do is eat. You can
okay,
eat
every
cheese,
time you bring
eggs.
up this carnivore diet, though, you always preface it. I know a lot of guys that are doing it. How many guys do you know?
Six. I know 6 guys.
Jeez,
that are
are
doing
you part of this crew?
No, I'm not. I don't think I could give up like popcorn and like just there's certain things, but I'm trying to move in that direction because it's the results they're getting are amazing. Now, I don't know if it has to be all or nothing, or maybe you could just cut back on all the sugar and starches and carbs, which is probably not bad anyways. But I have one guy that he's back to his high school weight. He's been on it for 3 years. He's like, check this out. He pulls up his t-shirt. He's got like a 6-pack. I go, holy cow, you working out? He goes, no. He goes, I don't work out at all. As a matter of fact, he's a pot smoker. He smokes pot. He doesn't drink a lot of beer or anything though, and he just eats like everything is carnivore. So carnivore is like you have to eat. You can't have potato chips. So instead of potato chips, he eats pork rinds because you can have that. That's fried pork skin, and I like pork rinds, so that's all right. I'm like okay, but anyways, this guy in Florida, he's 40, and he's been doing the carnivore diet. But all he was eating was like the meat and cheese stick packs you get at the grocery store, like the pepperoni, and it has a piece of cheddar cheese next to it.
Jack Links. Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
I'm familiar with it. I like that concept. I want both to be larger than what I'm getting for the price.
Well, be careful because he started turning orange. After eating nothing but this for a while.
Well, then I will not.
What you're seeing on his palms are a type of skin lesion known as a xanthoma. It's a skin lesion that basically is the result of accumulation of fat in the cells of the immune system called macrophages. Macrophages are an important cell type. They're basically professional eating cells. They just engulf stuff like pathogens, and they can get laden with things. And in the case of xanthomas, that is often the case. You have these lipid-laden stuffed macrophages that lead to the formation of bumps in the skin.
Apparently your cholesterol gets so high that fats start building up under your skin.
What do you bet that that doctor
orange.
doesn't watch TV and she just reads books?
Yeah. I would say that.
I'm going to place those odds pretty high on that one. It would have been nice to get a layman's explanation for that, but I'm going to take what you're saying is if it turns your skin orange, if you're eating...
I know 6 guys that are doing this, and none of them are orange.
But this guy was eating the sausage.
This is what he was eating. He said he would only eat hamburger meat, cheese, and full sticks of butter.
Oh, okay.
Full sticks of butter.
So this is not the cheese and the sausage that you were speaking of earlier? The little pepperoni stick?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. And he also likes the pepperoni and cheese sticks. But that's it. Some guys eat steak. You can eat chicken. You can eat fish. You can eat, anything that's meat. The higher fat, though, is supposed to help you lose weight, I think, faster or something.
What?
Which is so weird.
Really?
Yeah, the more fat you eat, but as long as you don't eat all the other stuff with it.
It
turns that fat into energy and burns the fat that you have or something.
So, is this explain Donald Trump's skin issues? I mean, he's orange. He's orange, right?
No, I think that's a tanning thing. I think that's a lotion.
Or just spending too much time on a golf course? What is it?
Melania?
Melania,
sorry.
Who's Milana?
That's her sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You didn't know about her? Yeah.
I had no idea. Yeah, I mean, that's the only person who I've ever heard of whose skin is orange. Not the only person. Usually people with tanning, the people that are like addicted to being tan, like the spray tan. Ugh.
Those are the worst people.
I'm so glad that the spray tan thing has gone away.
Oh, it hasn't. I
think it has.
I don't think it has. My wife gets them. She's very fair skinned. And she doesn't like to go into the tanning booth, but she likes to have some sort of a base when we go to Mexico so the sun doesn't cook her. So she goes in and she gets one of these.
So she's
and
better
to be
with
honest with
being
you,
spray
if you do
painted like a car
But here's the thing.
as opposed to just getting it from the sun.
Well, no, because she'll burn. She'll burn. She's very fair skinned, unlike you. So and me,
I'm fair skinned. I burn.
I never burn. But so she goes in and she gets this done, and she gets it done light, and you can't even. It's barely you can even tell. I have to say, I'm impressed that she didn't come back orange, because then that would be a problem.
Oh, so she's got a place that's got it dialed in,
and calling your wife an Oompa Loompa is not good for your marriage.
No. Did you say that once? Did she get a little bit too much going on there?
Oh, well, I said you don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa, and she said I would never do that.
That's probably good advice to give to your wife before she goes to this.
I will let you know
the chemical spray tan, because because then she could tell the people at the chemical spray tan place. My husband said to me, he does not want me to look like an Oompa Loompa. Could you give me that shade, please? And then they'll oblige.
So if you're doing the carnivore diet, maybe avoid sticks of butter and enough fat in your body to where your body can't process it, and then it just deposits it under your skin. A lot of times it goes around your eyes, but a lot also in your hands, your elbows, and on your cheeks. Gross.
Things we didn't get to
Fine.
in hashtag form with Jeff and Jeremy in the
Hashtag.
morning.
Disc jockey time.
Today is the day that we honor the toilet. You know, when somebody says, hey, I got to take a crap, do you know where that comes from?
It comes from your lower intestine.
I just learned that today. No, the word crap comes from a guy that invented the toilet. His name was Thomas Crapper.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, so
when you say I'm going to go to the crapper, you totally mean
you're literally talking
you're
about
using
Thomas
it in
Crapper.
the correct term. That's good.
He brought us the modern day toilet. I guess what the one with the bigger seat. God, I hate going. And then there's that little seat, like for a woman or like a child, a small child. Am I in the kids' bathroom?
Go on your caveman diet. You don't have to worry about it.
No, I'm sure you. Why is it caveman? Why is it caveman?
Oh, all right. I'm sorry, carnivore. I always equate carnivore to caveman diet.
Cavemen, they ate other stuff.
Yeah. Well, either or. If you join your group of 6 friends that it seems to be working magically for you, I'm sure
just a couple of them.
I'm sure they're not
asses.
complaining about the crapper.
Yeah. Well, Thomas Crapper, thank you. And if you're the guy responsible for the bigger seat, I like that. I like that a lot.
This I've been behind the scenes. I've been following this AI thing with DeepSeek versus NVIDIA versus Oracle versus all this stuff with all the AI chips and all that stuff. And I know it's really geeky, but now DeepSeek said that they have to temporarily limit their user registrations due to large-scale malicious attacks. Now, either they are to be taken at face value and people are launching large-scale malicious attacks on their AI, or the reason why they're able to operate so more efficiently is because nobody was using them. Now everybody's using them, and their chips can't hang with the demand. Just hashtag something to watch.
Thank you, Jeff. Hashtag on this day that we celebrate the toilet, it's also a day that we celebrate something that goes in and comes out of the toilets. There's a whole other shape, and that is chocolate cake. Today is Chocolate Cake Day. Also Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day and
like
International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Quite a mix. Quite a mix.
I love the bubble wrap. Get out there and pop some bubble wrap today. Hashtag how quickly they turn. Heidi Montag. Is that how you say her name? Montag or Montag?
Either way, she was on some MTV reality show or something.
Yeah, with her boyfriend Spencer Pratt.
Blonde.
They lost
Spencer,
their house during the Palisades fire. And
they're not like real rich celebrities, right? They were like, kind of like in it for a minute. And
they were on a reality show that was popular 15 plus years ago. So it was
easy 15.
Where are they continuing to get the money on that? So they own a home in the Palisades, or they had one that burnt to the ground. And they are joining 20 other of their neighbors, property owners, in suing the city of Los Angeles and the LA Department of Water and Power, claiming that the entities made decisions that ultimately led to the destruction of their homes in the ongoing Palisades fire. This was filed last Tuesday, and it alleges that the LA Department of Water and Power made a conscious decision to leave a critical water source empty. You know what that is, right?
Yes.
That Santa Ynez Reservoir, 117 million gallons. They drained it early in 2024 for repairs. And they claim, this is interesting, that they were trying to get the best bid for the redoing of the reservoir. That is why it took them so long. That's why it sat empty for so long, because it was early in 2024 that they drained it. Well, to do the work that they wanted to do to renovate it, they were getting outside bids to do so. And in this suit, that group of the two reality stars and the 20 other property owners are going after the city, saying, why didn't you guys just fix it on your own, with your own manpower? Get in there and do something. When you want something done, get it done immediately. Don't source it out and get the best bid, because that process...
That's not the government formula. What are you talking about?
Not in California.
That is the opposite.
No,
I think it's pretty much everywhere.
That whole process takes a real long time when you had the manpower to just go in there and make the changes necessary to make sure that the members of the Palisades had all the tools at their disposal. Or, as the previous administration called it, they were using all the tools in their toolbox. So that's something to watch as well going forward, because we haven't really heard that angle on it, that they drug their feet because of contractor bids and trying to get the best bid, when we all know it ends up being somebody who knows somebody who works for the government and also has a cousin that is a contractor that can go in there and fix the reservoir.
Well, something's going to have to be done. Somebody's got to pay the price. I don't know what that price is going to be, but yeah. Just wait till they try to rebuild. I think Donald Trump may be able to help somewhat by applying some pressure. Can't do a lot because, the states run their own themselves. Not his job, not his jurisdiction, but I know that he's going to try to do everything that he can. From what I heard in a news report, he's definitely got his eye on what's happening in California and trying to help lift those regulations so people can rebuild. Hashtag, he's into dudes. I think we knew that. Pee-Wee Herman's gone, but he just did an interview. I'm sorry, he did an interview before he died. And it was just released saying that he's had many secret relationships with men. Are you hashtag surprised?
That he's no longer with us? Yeah, I had no idea.
No, that he was
when I saw this over the weekend, I had
that
no
he's
idea.
having that he was gay.
No,
that he said he was gay. I don't think he's gay.
I'm not surprised.
He just was into dudes.
But I was surprised. I was more surprised that he was dead. I thought he was still alive.
No, he died. We talked about it. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, just because we talked about it doesn't mean I have to remember it, right?
I say stuff to you all the time. I probably brought it up. Like, just over there, fantasy football. Didn't he just die like this fall, or maybe it was longer than that? It was within the last year, I believe. Pretty sure. All right, when we come back, get ready. We're going to be giving out some tickets to go to.
He died in 2023, July 30th, 2023. Like, you want me to remember that far back? That's like 19 months ago, man.
Oh, it's been over a year then.
Yeah.
Seems like yesterday.
So it's very...
Never a Pee-Wee guy, never saw the Playhouse, don't know any of the characters.
It's very comprehensible.
Never was into weird guys that acted like that, so There was plenty of other funny things on TV to watch.
It's within the realm of comprehension that I could forget that Pee-Wee Herman has passed, because there were big gaps of time in which he didn't do anything after, especially after he got busted at the adult film place, getting busted for what he got busted for.
He was in a movie theater, scratching an itch, as we like to call it.
That's what Jeremy says. That's the best way to put it, by the way. Scratching the itch.
Go scratch an itch.
That's the best way.
Hey, I'll be right back. I got to go scratch an itch. Like,
don't say that.
KZOZ. KZOZ. It's time to play Know the Show.
We're sitting here talking about the fact that the refs didn't throw any flags, any big call flags against Kansas City. Of course, they were penalized, but there was no big plays. There was nothing, and there was a few times where they threw the flags. Kansas City was on defense, and you thought they were going to get called for something, and then all of a sudden, nope, picked up the flag.
Wait, listen, in WWE, my favorite part was when somebody was getting their butt kicked, and then all of a sudden they'd be laying by the apron, and then they'd just see a chair that was shoved underneath the wrestling ring, and then they grabbed the chair out, and then all of a sudden that turned the tide, and boom! Next thing you knew, Roddy Piper was the Intercontinental Champion.
I don't know if we're looking for it now, but Jeff was just saying to me, I thought you made a good point about the fact that the Patriots used to get a lot of this because they were the dynasty team.
Yeah.
Well, they are no longer, and the Chiefs are.
Yeah, what was this discussion years ago?
They might make history with this three-peat.
Where was the discussion years ago? We all complained about the Patriots getting favorable calls. Well, they're no longer the dynasty in the National Football League, and the Kansas City Chiefs are the dynasty in the National Football League. And they get calls like when the ball touches the ground, which would have been an incomplete pass for 31 of the 32 teams in the NFL, it was a catch for a large gain that set up a touchdown for the Chefs.
Okay.
Just saying. Know the show today.
Let's know the show.
Yeah,
okay. Let me tell you about what we got here, okay? The Hunt in Atascadero. I'm going to have to tell you in a minute because I lost that page. Sorry.
Okay, I'll ask the question then. What was the name of the website where you can get paid for being I guess it's a Costco sample critic, to actually rate the samples that you get at Costco? What was the name of the website where you can get paid, sign up to get paid for
$1,000 plus $500 gift card.
Yeah,
just to go around and eat these samples, and then you just do a description. If you know that, you need to know the website. We said it several times. Make sure you call in right now, 805-543-3693. What are you winning? So on February 7th and 8th, and then on the 14th and 15th, the Hunt in Atascadero is back for Valentine's Day. You're supposed to bring your Valentine and scare the crap out of him and take him into Frankenstein's Heart Lab. All right, so you can buy your tickets to go at thehuntinAtascadero.com. Tony writes in sideline sampler. That's not the website.
That's not the website. Wait, hold on a second. I want to look up because maybe it is sideline sampler. Maybe like we didn't bring.
No. It was like business something. I thought I already forgot what it is. God, you don't even know what it is.
I know what it is.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. He looked it up on Google.
Okay, so they're calling you a sideline sampler, but we're looking for the website that you sign up to do it. That's
what is the what is the link that you clicked on to get, like, that's what it's called, a sideline sampler, but then it's taking you, like, that's the name of the article that gives you the information on this website. Right.
805-543-3693. This is for 2 tickets to go to the Hunt in Atascadero. You have 4 days to choose from, 2 different weekends. Next weekend, not this one coming up, but the weekend after that, and the Valentine's Day weekend as well, to take and go and enjoy a haunted house in February.
Okay, so how many samples did you have to write reviews on?
One of the best, by the way, in the area. Huh? How many samples?
Oh, yeah, the Haunt?
Yeah, I think it's 9. You just have to do 9 samples.
Oh, I thought it was 20. For some reason, my mind was stuck on 20, which I don't know if I mean, you could get something that you don't like. Like, you have to eat some things you don't like? Because, I mean, it's a job. You're getting paid $1,000 to test the samples and $500 gift card. So it's a bit of a job. You're going to have to go through some things that you don't like in the process. Right?
And then you just have to write a description.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, once I get the money, honey, let's be like, thumbs up, thumbs down. There's my review. By the way, Kevin writing in, Lawn Boy Kevin, straight from the course this morning, is saying that Pepsi is better. He says it has better flavor than Coke. I would disagree.
No.
And that is going to be our poll question later today, now that Coke is returning to Costco.
Nice.
Are you excited about that? Are you Coke or Pepsi? And you can let us know at the KZOZ text line. Brought to you by Justin Stern at Assist Home Loans. That'll wrap it for today. We got Kurt Olson coming up next. The answer was
Finance Buzz.
FinanceBuzz.com.
That's where they'll take you to the link so you can sign up.
Oh my God! I got this new sample at Costco. Bought it over the weekend. It's like orange chicken. It's called like Sobe or something like that. It's in the freezer section. They were just sitting there on the end of the aisle. She had them. There was nobody around. I'm like, I'll try this. I'm like, holy cow! It was the perfect crispy crunchiness. The chicken was juicy on the inside because of the air fryer for the win. But you didn't have to put any sauce on it. It was already on there when it was frozen, so it wasn't messy. It was just
so you could take it on the go.
Yeah, I don't know what it was called. It was called like Sobe or something.
So did you eat it with your fingers?
I did.
You picked it up with your fingers and put it in your mouth. That's what I didn't mean like you were some kind of alien and you actually
no, I picked it up and my fingers didn't even get sticky. It was like a big chicken nugget.
That is a game changer right there. That is a game changer.
It's a yellow box, and I think I'm saying it wrong, but it's called Sobe or something like that.
Because the number,
Sobe, but it's like Sobia or something like that.
My number one complaint about any Chinese food is it's like honey and syrup. If you eat it, somehow the stickiness of it gets on your hands. No matter how hard you try not to have it touch your hands, it eventually will get on your hands and make your hands sticky for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my sideline.
Game changer. Thanks.
We're out. Hey, have a great Monday.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111 911.